The holidays bring us together, but they also bring up a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. Past conflicts, unspoken tensions, and let's not forget those offhanded comments that hit harder than they really should. We've all been there. We've had that uncle or aunt who loves to give unsolicited opinions or loves to critique who you are, how you're living, and you just feel like you're being overwhelmed and pushed in all these different directions. Family gatherings can be family drama moments. It could feel like an episode of, a Real Housewives reunion. Emotional triggers happen, emotional landmines, and you feel like you're always embracing for impact whenever you kind of come to these holiday gatherings. If that's you, this episode is for you. I'm Danielle, and this is LOL with Danielle podcast, your weekly mental vacation from the daily grind for busy women who just need a moment to pause, breathe, and woosah, especially during these holiday seasons. So today we're talking about how can you survive the family frenzy with calm and confidence? Because I don't know, family gatherings can be complicated. They don't have to be. Some people love getting together with their families. Everything is wonderful. And I love that for you. But for some of us other people, even as much as we love our family, it can feel like a lot. It can feel like you're getting ready to go to battle. Because it's not just about who's there and what's said. It's also about how it all makes you feel. Maybe you're carrying some memories from the past, again, some unresolved tension, or just the weight of showing up and holding it all together and trying to stand your ground in who you are. Because people will test you. Family, more so than anyone else, will test, are you really standing in your truth? Can you stand in your truth against Aunt Karen, who's going to say, well, back in the day, you were this, and I don't know why you're trying to act funny now when this is who you are now. I notice talking to friends and in my own family experiences, and I say this with all love, and listening to my friends and hearing them have the same conversations, that sometimes when we're around family, they have created a snapshot of who we are. And that might have been the snapshot who we were at 10, 16, 20 something, 30 something. Whatever that point is when they took the snapshot and decided to say, this is who you are, it's real hard for people to, unless they're open, to recognize that, oh, this person has changed. Oh, this person is now, meditating, or this person is now, doing a little bit different. She's not having the victim mindset. She's taking care of herself. She knows her self-worth. She's not looking for external validation like she was when she was younger. But people don't see that because they've taken that snapshot and like, click, click, this is who you are. And I'm going to need you to stay in this box. And every time you start trying to get out of that box, I'm going to criticize you. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to just try to break you down. And that's what family gatherings can feel like. Today, I want to give you some quick, easy tools to help you kind of navigate some of this stuff so you know that you're good. You have skills not to react. You can respond, but not to react. You have tools to help calm your nervous system and feel confident in these situations. I think for me, the first thing I would tell anyone or give any advice I would give to help someone survive family frenzy is before you even walk in that door, open the door to someone letting them into your house, is prepare yourself. You need to prepare yourself for what you're going to be dealing with for during that time frame. And it feels like you're preparing yourself for battle, and I don't want you to feel that way. I want to shift it from being a battle to like, I prepare myself every day. And so holiday gatherings aren't any different. One of the things I do is I put like this pre-planned boundary around me. Every day, I visualize this golden pyramid or golden sacred shape around me, whether it's a circle, it's a pyramid, it's a Merkabah, whatever it is. I visualize this energetic field that goes around me. And I close my eyes, I visualize it. And if I can't visualize it, because sometimes I can't visualize things, and some people have a hard time visualizing, I'll just try to sense the wall. I'll sense the wall on the left side, the right side, in front of me, behind me, below me, above me. You want to make sure you get all directions. And then I like to breathe out any distortions, anything that is not in alignment with my highest power. And that's how I start my day. And that's how I go into these family moments that feel kind of heavy and what feels like might be stressful. I tell myself, okay, I'm going to put myself in this, I'm going to ground myself in this energy. I'm going to picture myself in this shape, creating this shield around me, a protection of only allowing certain vibrations and love and energy into my space and keeping negativity out. So I start with before I even leave my own house. Sometimes I start before I even leave my bed. Normally I go to my meditation spot. But if I'm feeling like this is going to be a day where I need to just jump out of bed and just kind of, that's where it's going to be, that's what I do. I ground myself first. Then I ask you to set some intentions. Ask yourself, like, how do you want to feel during this gathering? Is it calm, confident, grounded, detached from drama? Like, use whatever intention you want, how you want to feel, and let that guide you how you respond. If I know I want to feel grounded throughout a family gathering that feels like a family drama moment, I know that for me to feel grounded, I need to let go of being right. I need to let go of needing to prove who I am. I need to let go of sometimes responding. Sometimes it's just saying, let someone's coming at you sideways, and it's being like, okay, thank you. And let it go. I don't know, thank you for your opinion and da-da-da-da. No. That's your opinion, and I don't really believe it, and, I don't know why you come at. No. Just thank you. And walk away, or just change the subject. Thank you. Because not every comment deserves your reaction, your response. And that's one way that if I'm trying to be grounded, I know that's how I can stay grounded. It was reminding myself, I don't have to respond to everyone, because I think there's certain people who just like to push your buttons. I had an uncle who knew I hated the name Danny, just knew I hated the name Danny. And he would do it just to make me upset. And I'm just like, you're a grown ass man and you are coming for this child. And he would do things constantly. And as I got older, I got to recognize that this man didn't like his own life, and that was his way of messing with people. But, that was his thing. The other thing I always love to have people do, one of the top things is to survive family frenzy, is to pre-plan your boundaries. Think about your limits ahead of time. For example, how much time do you really want to spend there? Kind of plan out, okay, I'm going to allow myself this much time to be here, and then I'm going to kindly remove myself from the situation. And also think about what topics are off limit to you. Not everything needs to be discussed. And have ways to redirect the conversation in your head already. Have some neutral comments, some neutral topics, I don't know, some movie, Denzel Washington, something lighthearted, whatever it is, just kind of let's bring it back to moment of gratitude. What's one thing you're grateful for this year? Or someone starts asking you questions that you don't really want to answer, how are you doing? What's going on in your life? When someone starts being overly into your business, how's your life going? What's new in your world? So those are some ways that I kind of like try to, before I even walk out the door or let someone into my house, if I'm the one hosting, prepare yourself. Setting your intention, pre-planning your boundaries, grounding your energy, and having some pre-decided neutral topics and deflections to deal with people kind of going in different ways. Also kind of thinking about it like when you're navigating like these emotional landmines during these gatherings, one of the things I've noticed that's really helped is like staying present, not reactive. Kind of going back to what I was telling you before about when I set the intention I want to be grounded, I'm like, okay, how can I stay grounded? When someone is saying something triggering, our instant reaction, our mind's like, it's time to clap back. But instead of clapping back, let's see, and I invite you to consider if someone says something triggering, like take a moment to pause. Pause before you respond. Take a deep breath. Check in with yourself and decide, do I even need to engage in this? Am I willing to take in what someone's saying as my truth, or is that their perception? Because oftentimes when we react, and we react quickly, we clap back because we've allowed ourselves to say, hey, I'm going to take on what they're saying as truth of some sort. And so I have to respond, or I have to react in a certain way. Another way kind of I found to stay present is to use a mantra. And you don't have to say it out loud. If you choose to say it out loud, go for it. But like, use a mantra. You could say something to yourself like, I don't know, not everything needs a reaction. It's okay to let it go. It's a way to remind yourself, not everything needs a reaction or a response. And it's okay to let it go. You can even take a break and step outside. Go to the bathroom. If it seems like you're going to the bathroom a lot, no one needs none the wiser. Maybe they think you're just sick. But if that's how you can reset your energy, to walk away, go to another room, shaking out anything that's said. I think shaking is a great thing to do as well. Walk outside, excuse yourself, whatever it is, give yourself permission to reset in any way that you need to. And also think about like when you leave the situation, have a game plan for how you're going to decompress. Like how are you going to process and protect your energy for the aftermath? Like when you get home, take a moment to release some tension. Again, maybe it's shaking, maybe it's doing some stretches, some journaling, meditating, taking a long bath, screaming in your car, whatever it is that you need to help reset your mental state, please give yourself the permission to know that that is like a high priority after a gathering like this. And also give yourself credit for the small wins. Maybe you didn't react to everything, and sometimes you reacted to some of these emotional triggers and landmines. But for the ones that you were able to, not respond to or breathe through, or you were able to reset after a situation, celebrate the small wins. Give yourself credit for making it through the event, especially if you upheld anything or you just, you were able to do 1% better than you did last time. Celebrate those moments. And then lastly, let it all go. If something feels stuck to you, ask yourself, like, why am I holding on to this? Why is this, what is this about that I need to keep keeping it in my mind? What is this trying to teach me? And if it's not worth holding on to, release it. Breathe through, visualize. Maybe it's a part in your body. Maybe you're feeling an intention in your body. And see if you can breathe through and this Visualize it melting away from your body, melting away from your mind. I like to sometimes visualize my mind as a fist. And what I'll do is I'll just imagine it like the fist opening up and releasing all the tension, all the stuck energy, all the things that I'm not accepting as my truth. Because the reality is you deserve peace. We all do. Family gatherings are messy. They don't have to be, but they can be messy. But they don't have to derail your peace. Like, you have tools like the ones I've given you today to help you kind of navigate the family frenzy with calm and confidence. You're allowed to protect your energy. I encourage you to protect your energy. I encourage you to also do a salt bath after or something like this. I didn't say this earlier, but taking a salt bath right after is always great. I also love wearing crystals during the situations. I chant the mantras, as I was saying before. But whatever you need to do to show up for you in a way that feels good, know that you are allowed to do that. Give yourself permission to show up for you this year. Like this holiday, let's focus in on staying grounded, choosing our conversations wisely, not our battles, but choosing our conversations and showing up for ourselves first. Like, this is a part of this episode right here, is a part of this holiday survival series, because I wanted you to have the tools when you needed it the most. So hopefully this will help you for this holiday season. Next week, we're going to be talking about that feeling of feeling disconnected and alone during the holidays. So I want to make sure you tune into that, as well as this Friday and Saturday. I'm going to be holding 2 post-Thanksgiving classes. So I'm holding one on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and on Saturday it's at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, just to help you reset during the season, getting your mind ready. So you can go to my page, or you can DM me and you can find out about this event. But yes, it'll be an online yoga class that's free to everyone. So make sure you attend that. Listen to next week's episode on being disconnected and alone. And that's one you're going to want to listen to, whether you are feeling disconnected or alone or not. You may know someone that is. And so maybe listening to next week's episode can help you or a friend who's going through this, because the holidays aren't always so cheery. Well, until then, take care of yourself and remember your tools. And if, you have any little questions, reach out to me. I'm here. Talk to you soon. Ciao. Thanks for joining us this week on the Hello Well with Danielle show. Make sure to visit our website, hellowellwithdanielle.com, where you can subscribe to our show on iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon Music and never miss an episode. Also, you can follow us on social media at Hello Well with Danielle on Facebook and Instagram, and Hello Well Danny on Twitter. And if you hella love the show and got some good nuggets out of it, know that I'm not too proud to ask for you to please leave a rating or review on iTunes so that we can continue to expand our reach and help other women of color. Again, thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you next week. Ciao.